Yes, yes, yes. Focus, people. Can we have enough? Can we have enough? What does it take to get the results we desire? That is the question. Stay tuned for the answer. Here we go, and welcome today to today's Momentum Monday with me, Emily McHugh, your Supercharge coach. And this is the Supercharge with Emily podcast. Whether you're listening as a podcast, watching on YouTube or on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you're watching, just say hello in the comments. Let me know you're here and joining us for today's topic, which is a follow on to the amazing 2-day challenge we just recently had, the Distraction Elimination Challenge. And if you attended it or have been watching on the replays, you will know that there was a lot of really great insight to kind of get us our minds in line for wrapping up 2023 and launching into 2024. And regardless of what time frame you may be watching this, whatever year it may be, it really is the same relevance regardless of what year it is. So it doesn't change. These are timeless topics, timeless part of the human existence that we want to be addressing, timeless issues rather. So today we're going to talk about more focus, more results. But before I even get into this, I encourage you first and foremost to do something. Okay, hold on a minute. This is what I need you to do. This is the first thing I need you to do right here. Go subscribe. Leave a review. If you want to hear the rest of the songs, right to you. Okay, coming right back to you. Don't leave if you want to hear more of the song. So make sure you subscribe, engage with the channel. So I consider today a little bit of a fireside chat. It's the first week of December in 2023. And people are getting into the holiday season, into this festive mode, and really kind of thinking along those lines as we kind of wind the year down. A lot of people have already checked out of work. They don't really want to be focusing on work much anymore, or they want to just wrap up their year and call it a day and just transition to holidays and vacation time and all of that kind of thing. So depending on, regardless of where you may find yourself on that spectrum, we still need to focus on something, whatever it may be. And I encourage you to focus on what it is that you want to see results in. Okay, so that's where our focus would be. Where you want to see the results is where your energy should really go. And I was perusing through a notebook. So many of you know that I'm a violinist. And my violin coach, or one of my violin coaches, is Anna Zivkovic, who is an amazing violin teacher and violinist herself, concert violinist. And our lessons are more like philosophy lessons. And so I take copious notes when I take lessons with her. And we had a lesson yesterday, and it was really psychology, the psychology of preparing to play, the breathing, how many times musicians, we don't breathe enough. But taking this beyond just being a musician and just a regular everyday life as business people, as everyday people, how much do we focus on our breathing patterns or lack thereof? Like, we take our breath very much for granted. But when we stop and focus on that most vital part of our existence, we have a very different perspective. Things become calmer. Things become clearer. Things become more focused. Things don't feel as urgent, and perspective is gained. And that's one of the main things, because you have air going through your head, through your brain, that oxygen enables more clarity. So this isn't just, something that's nice to do. This is something that's essential to do for any kind of success or any kind of stability in your life. So if you want more focus, you want more results, you have to learn how to breathe. So that's one of my key lessons for us, or reminders really, because these are things that we tend to know intuitively or intellectually, but don't think of applying it directly. So we want to talk a little bit about what does that look like? What does that look like, especially for entrepreneurs, business owners, to take that time to sit there and just breathe, starting your day with that kind of conscientious focus on your breath. I have various quotes from Anna that I've shared over other episodes, and I'm totally really hot in here today because before I started this, I was in this total dance routine, guys. I'll be telling you a little bit more because my Bhangra is coming back. I am going to start Bhangra again in the new year. People have been asking me, Emily, what has happened to your Bhangra dancing? We don't see you doing Bhangra. And I'm like, just chill out. It's coming. I mean, I've had so much to do this year. I had to focus and kind of narrow down some things. But I've been in training, and I'll just say this as an aside, as I mentioned, breathing. When I first started taking Bhangra classes, I was out of breath. I was exhausted. I had no idea how I'd make it through those routines. And I learned that I had to build stamina in order to endure it. So what I've been doing for the past few months, really, in anticipation of starting again my Bhangra lessons and so forth, I have been training and working out, people. Yes, I have been lifting my weights. I've been doing my endurance training, because when you start that dancing, you just want to be able to do it without like feeling like you're going to drop dead any minute. So everything takes a build up. So you don't just jump up and do things. So the same thing with your business. You don't just jump up and there it is. It takes time, and there's a certain patience in this process. And what I almost call today's topic patience in the process, because it's really so intertwined, the patience and the focus. So in order to attain the results you seek, whatever they are, it does require a level of patience. And we are in a time where everybody wants things right away. They want results right away. They want to lose weight right away. They want to make money right away, especially new entrepreneurs now. Starting out, building their businesses, everybody needs to make money to make a living. We know that. But you have to understand what that process looks like. Just because you show up and say, I'm here, does not mean someone's going to buy. You have to give them many reasons, and it has to be the right time for them. I mean, there's a whole series of things in that equation. But the bottom line is, there is patience as part of that equation in order to make all the pieces come together. And many times we are premature in the process because we don't take the necessary steps we need to take in order to see the results we seek. That is really so true. It just happens to be so. So patience is a vital part of this. And trial and error, and sometimes it could take years. People think, everything comes together instantly or overnight, and it really doesn't. But I truly believe that if you're really focused on a very specific goal and a very specific target, and you are willing to do the work to cover your bases and to do the research necessary to understand your market, you will indeed reach at a result that you're seeking. Even if it may take longer than you may think or expect, sometimes it could take less time. It's not guaranteed it's going to always take so long. But it is an equation, a part of the equation that you have to factor in, that there is patience that you have to exert and be willing to have. Because many people give up just short of their goal. They give up just short of achieving what they should achieve just because they ran out of patience. They ran out of the stamina that you have to build up in order to endure the challenges that you will inevitably face. So think about that for a moment. Another one of my quotes here from Anna is, a clear mind gives you clear actions. clear mind, clear actions. A confused mind, confused actions. Clear mind, clear actions. So that's some of the topics when we were having our challenge this week about the distraction elimination, is in order to have clarity, you have to remove distractions. You have to remove things that are hindering or in the way or really causing you to not know what to focus on. Okay, so that is so key. Now, there's so many things that I could share. As I said, I have a whole full notebook, but I just want to pull out some highlights, as I mentioned before, regarding this topic here of focus. Another quote I have is, if we do not have peace, we cannot organize our music or our lives, okay? Or our business, or put in any word you want in there. That stability of mind, that ability to just calm your mind. And here's the big quote. Our biggest enemy is our thoughts. Our biggest enemy is our thoughts. Now, someone could turn around and say your best friend could be your thoughts. Well, it depends on what thoughts you're having. So I would want to qualify this. And we have to make a decision to simplify. To simplify things. In order to focus, you have to simplify. So I want to go back to the breathing for a moment, and then we'll just kind of go full circle, because today, this is really something where it's for you to just think. I need you to think about, what does it mean to slow down for a moment and think about what needs to be simplified. So you might be saying to yourself, Emily, you're talking in very esoteric terms today. Simplify, breathe, focus, results, these things. And how does it all, what is the specific action I'm to take? Or what is the specific next step for me? Well, let me break it down and give it to you. One of the first steps you got to take is stop whatever it is you are doing right now, especially when things are too much and are overwhelming. You need to stop. That's step one. And step two is breathe. Okay, so I'm giving you a play-by-play back from my lesson. That's right. You have to breathe. What does that mean? It means that if you're in a hurry to go somewhere, like we probably are most of the time, and you were to say, okay, I have an appointment. I have to leave my house like right now. But instead of doing that, you literally sat down and said, you know what? I'm going to breathe right now. I'm going to just focus on breathing, even for a few moments. What would that change for you? If you're running late, you're still late, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. All right. So it would change your whole frame of mind. It would allow you to realize that what you think is urgent may not be urgent. And that's one of the problems why people can't focus, because they think everything is urgent and they think everything is due now when it's not. So when you do that, take that little bit of time to just reframe things, you will see that you'll have a clearer perspective and you'll be able to make a better decision. And that is really important. In the heat of the moment, people make a lot of foolish choices many times. And that's no different in business. So it forces you to slow down and be more reflective so you can make a better choice. So if you want to have better results, you have to be able to focus so that you can indeed think more clearly. People, tell me, do I have an amen in here today? I think I should have an amen somewhere. I do. I give myself amen. Amen. Okay. And the last point I want to leave with you, because I don't want to inundate you with points, because I want you to ruminate on the points that I have shared. This last point I will leave with you on this topic of more focus, more results. The more grateful we are, the more grateful that we are, the more that you will indeed receive, the more that you have room to receive. If you can't appreciate what you already have, why should you be given more? Why should you be given more results? Why should you receive more if you can't appreciate what you just did? So at this time of year, as again, we're winding down the year, I encourage us to step back and take that time to take count. This month in our Supercharge Club, it's all about accountability. What are we accountable for? Taking account of our year, account of our time, account of our goals. Did we achieve what we want? Did we do what we say we wanted to do? And take the moment to really hold yourself accountable. Because this process of doing so lets you know if you are on track for the types of things that you said you wanted to do. Or are you just wandering or meandering through the year aimlessly without getting the results that you really desire because you don't have in place the tools to achieve them? Yes, I'm talking to you now. So that gratitude component really allows us to be accountable. That's what it does. It lets us be accountable for what we have received and what we say we want to receive, and then what we're willing to do to achieve that thing. Okay? My glasses will not stay on my face today. All right. That's right, holding ourselves accountable. So that's what I want to leave you with. You want to be accountable? You want to be grateful? You want to stop and breathe? Gain some perspective if you want to have more focus and more results. Okay, that's what I have to share with you. Let me know what you think about it. Does that make sense to you? Does it resonate? And if so, let me know. Let me know. And I'm going to remind you, as always, I'm going to remind you one more time to do this. Hold on. This. Go do that right now. Go and subscribe. You know what to do. You know how to do it. Subscribe to the channel, like, do all those wonderful things. And so I want to leave you with, along with the subscription, I want to leave you with a quote, a positive supercharged quote for today. And this is, it says, I know it looks like a number 7, but it's actually an I. I nurture my dreams. I nurture my dreams. Your dream deserves care. And why do we need to nurture our dreams? Because as we were talking about, patience. It takes time to cultivate and to nurture something. A baby takes time to grow. A plant takes time to grow. A business takes time to grow. And you have to cultivate and nurture it. So your dreams no less need nurturing as well. And so with that, I want to invite you. There's another workshop coming your way. But first, I want to thank all the people who attended the challenge last week. That is awesome. I want to remind you that the challenge, our Facebook group, the distraction elimination Facebook group, is still open until this Friday, December 8th. So if you want to jump in there and take advantage of the replays, you are welcome to do so. You still can go in there and watch the replays and benefit from it all this week and get the downloads once you sign up. So you can still do that. It's still available. I've extended it to this Friday. So guys, don't lose the opportunity. Go do that. The next thing I want to tell you about regarding these goals that you have and the results you want to see, I am offering a special workshop in January. It's called the Goals and Visualization Workshop. Make 2024 the year where things happen for you the way you want them to, at least as best you can. So it's a part 1 and a part 2. And this workshop, it's $47 for both workshops, or it's free if you are a part of the Supercharged CEO. If you are a part of Supercharged CEO, it is free for you. So those are your options. But this is all about setting the goals and visualizing the goals. Set and see. And this is not your average goal setting visualization workshop, people. This is quite unique, shall I say. Actually, unique needs no qualifier. So it is unique in and of itself. And I actually conducted my workshop last year for a group of people who requested that I do it, and they had not seen a workshop like that before, and neither will you. So I encourage you to sign up. The beginning of the year, we're going to hit the ground running. We're not going to waste any time. The first week of January, we are going to get down to business, people, with our goals and making things happen for ourselves and taking that responsibility, being accountable from now. So you will soon have the link where you can sign up, but I'm just planting that seed. So save the dates, January 2nd and 3rd for these special workshops. Okay. And again, if you watch this after this happens, I will have them on my site. You can go avail yourself to them anytime you like. So it'll be almost somewhat evergreen for you. So with that, I want to thank you again for being with me today. Yes. And I'm going to leave you with a special little song that I did during the challenge, right? Okay. So let's see if you can hear this. Here we go. Here we go. This was our theme song for the challenge. See you next week, guys. Make sure you sign up and stay supercharged.